Okay, so starting with the new topic, that is mobile application type. So, as we know that we are using different types of application games and applications or widgets or website or the web widget, native applications or are the different one. Okay, so it present content or information to the user, and it is a technical approach regarding which type of medium to use. Okay, so at different places different kind of medium and different types of application will be used. As we know that if we want to if we want a widget which can be used on the desktop, we can create and we can place a widget of a clock so that it will display a time. Okay, so this widget work cannot be done by any application or in any game or in any native application. So at different places, so different application will be used. Okay, so which type of medium to use, that is depend on the situation and the location. Okay, so let us see these different types of mobile application type. These different mobile applications are SMS, mobile website, mobile web widgets, mobile web application, native application and games. Okay, so let us come to the one that is most basic mobile application you can create is the SMS application. As we know that SMS application can be used to send text messages to the person or a friend or any relative. Okay, we can send a lot of text message using SMS service. Okay, this is the very most common use of application. Games are mobile content such as ringtones or images can be sent. In earlier time, we used to send these local images and ringtones were sent by the SMS only. Okay, and even you can use this SMS services in the coffee vending machine also. You will send SMS, you will send SMS on a coffee vending machine, so that the coffee vending machine will produce one coffee for you and it will give it to you. Okay, so these kind of stuff were done by the SMS application in the earlier times. So we have some pros and some cons. Like they work on any mobile device nearly instantaneously, and they are useful for sending timely alerts to the user. So these are the different kinds of advantages we can have with SMS application. They can be incorporated with into any web or mobile application. They can be simple to set up and manage, and few cons are also there. They are limited to 160 characters. We know that we can type only 160 character in the text box and we can send it. Okay, so they provide a limited text based experience and they can be very expensive also. If the location, if we are not in the home location, then they can charge, the service provider will charge us for one SMS, it will charge more cost. Okay, so it may comes from the cons. The next application type is mobile website. We are very familiar with the mobile website also, because mobile website is very common one we are using. But there is one difference. The difference is that the website we open in our desktop or in our laptop, that's the mobile website, that's a desktop website. Okay, and what we see in the mobile is the mobile website. So mobile websites are different, and the desktop website, the look and feel are different. Okay, a mobile website is a website designed specifically for mobile devices, not to be confused with the viewing a site made for desktop browser on a mobile browser. Okay, so mobile websites are characterized by their simple drill down architecture or the simple presentation of navigation links that take you to a page of a level deeper. Okay, so it is also having few pros and cons. They are easy to create, maintain and publish. They can use all the same tools and techniques you might already use for desktop size. So whatever tool or the framework we are using, we use to create a desktop website, the same thing, the same procedure will be followed for the mobile website also. Nearly all mobile devices can view mobile website. In all the mobile devices you can see particular website. Okay, so these are the pros. It is also having few cons. They can be difficult to support across multiple devices, um, this is the possibility that some of the website may not run on few devices, so it is possible. That's why we have counted it in the cons of the mobile website. They offer users a limited experience. Most mobile websites are simply desktop content reformatted for mobile devices. Just transformed content are provided in the mobile website, so they are mass up, they are not arranged properly, so it is very difficult for the user to understand the thing whatever option they have provided. They can load pages slowly due to network latency and all that. Okay, so these are few cons. The second application type is the mobile website. You can see the mobile website. The example you can see, this is the Nokia phone which was used earlier. So the one site is open over here, that is the BBC. So few data, few informations are displayed using mobile website. Third is the mobile web widget. Okay, we are much familiar with the widgets we are using in the daily life or in the daily routine in our mobile phones. We are using the widgets, that is a clock widget or any other widget we are using. So we are talking about the mobile web widget. Okay, basically mobile web widgets are small web application that cannot run by themselves. Okay, so that is the main difference between widgets and the applications are self motivated, but widgets are not self motivated. They have to run by the user. They need to be executed on the top of something else. Okay, so we have few widgets like Opera widgets, Nokia web runtime, Yahoo Blueprint, Adobe Flashlight all are the different examples. Widgets, however, are not to be confused with the utility application context. The same thing I told you right now, that widgets are different and applications are different. Regarding pros and cons, so regarding pros, they are easy to create using basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript knowledge. You can create a simple widget. They can be simple to deploy across multiple handsets also, and they offer an improved user experience and a richer design, tapping into device features and offline use. A few cons are also there. They typically require a compatible widget platform to be installed on the device, and they cannot run in any mobile web browser. Okay, so some compatibility issue may arise cause of the handset and cause of the any other issue. They require learning additional proprietary non-web standard technique. A few cons are there, but still this is a very limited one. We are using very less right now, because right now we are using the latest application in our smartphones. So these mobile web widgets are a far away thing. One example is the mobile web widget. One BBC One widget is present in this Nokia N90 handset. You can see some city hospital, then homes under the hammer, car booty, cash in the Atlantic. Some timings and some events are displayed using the web widgets. Come to the next one, that is mobile web application. Mobile web applications are mobile applications that do not need to be installed or compiled on the target device. So these are web applications. Simply using XHTML, CSS, and JavaScript, they are able to provide an application like experience to the end user while running in any mobile web browser. Okay, you can see the example, the mobile web application, the Facebook one, which is being loaded into the iPhone and it is displayed. So this is the mobile web application. Web application allow user to interact with content in a real time, where a click or touch perform an action within the current view only. Okay, so it is also having few pros and cons. They are simple to deploy. They offer a better user experience. Content is accessible on any mobile web browser. So a lot of pros are there. Cons: optimal experience might not be available in all the handset. Again, the problem of compatibility. Okay, they can be challenging. They don't always support native application feature like offline mode, location lookup. These are few services which is not provided by the mobile web application. So see, they are simple like mobile web application. Some native application which are specifically designed for any platform, these are also called as the platform application. These application actually should be called platform application, as they have to be developed and compiled for each mobile platform. Okay, so they are specific application. These applications are called as the native applications. Okay, it is referred to as a native application, and creating a platform application means deciding which devices to target, having a means of testing and certification, and all that. Okay, so it is also having few pros and cons. I'm not going into the deep because the video is getting longer, so you can just read the pros and cons. These are very simple for the native application. The last one is the games. The final mobile medium is the game, which is the most popular of all the media available to the mobile devices, because you can see in almost in all the devices you will find the this type of application, that is games. So technically games are really just native application that use the similar platform SDKs to create immersive experience, because very little of the device APIs is to be used, but a lot of thing, that is a lot of gaming experience in the graphic, in terms of graphic and other things are already present in the mobile. So we need to bootstrap the things from the device API side. Some pros and some cons: they provide a simple and easy way to create an immersive experience. They can be ported to multiple devices relatively easy. Some cons: they can be costly to develop as an original game title, and they cannot easily be ported to the mobile web. So these are some disadvantages or cons we can say. So these are all the types are mobile application type. We'll just go through what we have done. So these are the mobile application type, and these mobile application types are SMS. They have categorized into these 6 categories, but I don't think these are the limited. These are the final categories. Okay, so these are very limited one. We can expand.